Buddy, and welcome to a Tuesday edition of FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I think we got some of the snags out. Hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying the spring. And as you can see, I got some short shirts on because it's starting to get a little warm outside. We're going to really start to get into this great weather. And hello to my virtual audience. First of all, thank you for being a part of FaceTime with Todd Wharton. So many amazing guests are coming on. In the weeks coming ahead, the guests are even getting better and better, just like my guest tonight. But also, let's just recap. We had a Laura yesterday, and Michael's on right now. I'm going to bring him on in a minute. We had a Laura yesterday. They were an amazing R&B group. Definitely check out the interview with the Laura. There were such beautiful women inside and out. It's a lot of fun, and this is what the show is all about. And if you guys take a moment, please make your prayers, say your prayers, for DMX. Friend of mine, not too close, but I've known him for a little bit. Great man, and no matter what people go through in their personal lives, at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and all of us deserve to live a fruitful life. So I have a great guy coming in tonight. I want you guys to check out this clip. He is known for so many movies, but I had to pick this clip because it's one of my favorite.
And you exit the bus, please form a double line. Watch it. Who did that?
Hey man, this place is crazy, man. Such a lot of making me dance and stuff. What kind of place is this, man? I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
You're gonna make it this far. Keep dancing.
So guys, please welcome a great guy. I finally got to meet him a few weeks back. And like I was telling you, he has so many clips online. I couldn't figure out which one, because honestly, I can play them all. But guys, please welcome actor, comedian, and one of the original first beatboxers, okay? Because he is up there with the best. If not, he's probably is the top 3 in my book in the world, Mr. Michael Winslow. Mike, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, it's finally good to see you.
Yeah, you
What's
too.
up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Oh man, it's good to finally get to meet you and see you. I mean, I've been seeing all the clips, but finally getting to see you. Well,
yeah, you too, man.
So much better live.
What was that?
It's so much better live, even though this is semi-live. This is Insta live.
Yeah, Instagram Live. My publicist we decided to do the show, continue it, because, you know, it makes it for a very genuine interview, very personal. A lot of people can actually make comments, and they get to know you as a human being, because we know you as a celebrity, right? We know you on the screen, we know you on the stage, but a lot of people that engage with people that they follow them even more when they get to know them as a human being. You know, and it's nothing negative in these interviews. It's all about having a great time. And I always say it like, this is a show that brings all A-listers together, from the past, the present, and the future, because everybody's relevant at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And Mike, you, first of all, and I say it a lot, thank you for years and years of just amazing characters, bro, just amazing movies. And you were a part of some iconic movies, and I know you talk about it a lot. And of course, I have to say it, like Police Academy, me and my brothers, it's definitely one of the all-time favorite series of movies of all time.
I thank you. I thank you so much for, you know, for letting me be in your living room. You know, I appreciate it.
Of course, it's my studio, man. Why not? Of course. We have to have fun with it. So I was doing a lot of research, because I always like to know backgrounds on all my guests instead of just coming in and winging it. I did not know you were originally from Spokane, Washington, and you grew up on an Air Force base.
Oh yeah, that would be a Fairchild Air Force Base.
Exactly. So
yeah.
How did that lifestyle engage you growing up to where you are today? Like, what were the influences behind it? Because growing up in a military family, that's different from a straight public family in the whole nine. So how was your, young age growing up?
Well, I have to definitely admit that it made me a slightly odd kid. I have to admit that much. It made me it made you stretch and made you learn how to just kind of fend for yourself. and
Mhm.
you learn to do that, especially when there's only 3 channels that you get to watch, and it's minus 28 outside. You're in Glasgow, Montana, on an Air Force base, and it's minus 23 or 24 degrees, and you're sitting there going, okay, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna make my own movies. I'm gonna be my own movie. So you end up learning how to do things. You end up talking to the local animals. You end up
Mhm.
learning how and before that, you end up hearing the runway every so often. You hear different types of aircraft. It just seemed to affect me. So for me, sound was one of my communication tools, and it works. It can protect you, especially when you'd be surprised what you can do when you make noises. So
Oh yeah.
for me,
So you pretty much became like a young Dr. Doolittle
oh yeah,
when you
pretty
were a
much.
kid.
And a sound as a communication tool can help you. It can defend you. It can help you get into trouble and get out of trouble. You can do, you just have to. It's like a superhero power. You just got to be careful where you use that thing, man. Um,
Of course, of course.
but
Before we
it ends up being
continue,
like an imaginary friend that ends up being a good friend and a good guide.
before we continue, because we have so much, we're gonna have a lot of fun here. I have to show love to Roger Paul, your manager. He's
Yes,
probably one of the nicest guys in the game.
absolutely, Roger.
Um,
Right, yeah, right,
every time I talk to
absolutely.
Roger, yeah, there is nothing but love with Roger. He's genuine, he's honest, and Roger's one of the people that make me feel that this industry always have much more hope when it comes to management and talent because I have run into managers that nothing personal, but I want to put my foot, you know. But then you get guys like Roger who's been around for so long, but the respect factor is always there with him. So I got to give him some love, especially for
Absolutely.
bringing us together.
And I'm sure he's on with us, right now watching it. I hope he's enjoying the fact, gets a little bit of love finally for a change. You know,
Yes, of course, of
so,
course.
and
And
everybody deserves some. So what can I say? I keep thinking of that Stevie Wonder song, "Love's in Need of Love" today, which is on the
oh,
Songs in the Key of Life album. For those of you, because I'm a music nut. Uh, I'm a music fanatic because I collect music from all over the world, man. To listen to and to share with everybody. So I end up making recommendations. I end up, giving folks stuff to watch if you can't go anyplace. So.
yes.
And
And
my
Stevie
videos
Wonder.
have to be strange. Normal is overrated without barbecue sauce. On my Instagram. So that's just the way it is. Let me grab my little friend here. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that. That's
Yeah,
my motto. Normal is overrated without sauce, without the sauce of life.
exactly, exactly.
So
Everything tastes better with a little barbecue.
so things get a little strange every so often, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes. Is that Gizmo? You got pop? Wait, is that him
I don't
popping
know.
up? Who is that?
See, my son's cat ends up hacking my signal a lot. So
Does he talk?
I can't control when stuff happens, man. It's just sometimes stuff just gets weird, and there's nothing that I can do about it. It just does what it wants. Just 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 ignore it, and and
What's
and
up, little man?
and it goes away. It just goes away eventually. But in the meantime, what's up? How you doing? I never get a
I
chance to ask. We folks that watch the show, we never get a chance to ask the host how he doing.
That's true. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
Would you stop it
Oh
already?
my God. Hey, what's up, man?
Gosh,
Oh, he can
sorry.
come back in. Cool. I mean, we got the great Michael Winslow. We got Gizmo. I'm sure there are much characters going to be coming in. I'm loving this.
Well,
Um,
it's just a friend of mine. He pops in and out every so often. Like I said, my son's cat for some reason shares the signal with folks. So
oh, all right,
it
all
just
right. Well,
just
I'm
happened.
sure
It just
I like
happens.
cats. I like cats. I like cats. I like them all. I'm a pet person. I'm just letting you know.
Well, Every every
I'm
every
all
every so,
for it.
every so often, my feed gets meow jacked, and there's and I have to just get it back, and it happens every once in a while. And folks that have been watching me for a while, you understand that this just pops up every so often, and they
Oh
understand.
yeah, all the time, all the
Yeah,
time.
and
Yeah,
probably
it,
probably happens to you too.
Oh, I did. I definitely get people popping in once in a while that
Oh,
I
you
haven't
do.
spoken to. Animals,
Mm.
friends, ex-girlfriends.
Hey, hey,
That's the one. Listen,
it
that's the
happens to
one thing about
everybody,
live.
man.
You can't control that. Hey,
Oh no, it's a space hamster.
wait. That
I'm sorry,
better not be
man.
the same
Would
hamster.
you stop, please? Give me a break, man. Please, yo. Dang. Feel like a hip hop Brady Bunch.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like 10 hip hop guys in the square just doing a little Brady Bunch comedy? That would be
That I
funny.
would actually I would actually watch that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
That's something, honestly, right now, that is something that you can pull off yourself. And it's easy to do. You put all squares, take a different character of each, and put a little parody together. I think you
Well,
could do that no problem.
I've been getting in trouble already by just going to the supermarkets and making noises. So I really for all you producer folks out there, I just would like to kind of break the rules in an organized manner, because whenever I go to the supermarket, I just do this. I just make all the noises of all the food, and it gets folks to like it works. And when you can take your shopping cart and you can make it sound like any vehicle you want.
Oh man,
It's
I
great,
couldn't
mate,
even
because
imagine.
I know you got your shopping cart. I know you pick an engine for every time you go in there. Yes, you do.
All the
Yeah, I know
time.
you do, and so does everybody else. So I pick mine, and they can hear my engine,
All the time.
and
I'm that guy
and they're like, okay.
that
Secretly, they like it, but outwardly, they're like,
yeah, people are amused for the first like 10 seconds. Then after a while, they're like, yo, what's this guy's problem?
yeah.
It's like,
Until I get over to the egg section, I'm going with the eggs, and they're like, okay, all right, all right. Oh man, damn.
oh man. Yeah, it'd be great. I just realized I wish I could do impressions because if I'm going shopping in the supermarket and I see the really ripe fruit,
Yeah, man,
I
go
would
with
love
me.
to like make it sound like the fruit's like, don't pick me. So I can go get it. Exactly. Let me ask you something. Your dates, do you ever use these noises when you go on dates to pick up a woman? I have to ask that.
Well,
Do you have a story? Because I know you got
no,
a story about that.
no, unless they bring their own noises, which can happen, which can actually happen. They bring their own noises. You'd be surprised what people forget in their what's in their purse when it goes through security.
Oh,
Yeah, well, like I said, everybody comes these days. Everybody comes equipped with their own noises.
they're like, who turned on their razor? Like, that's not a
Yeah,
razor.
yeah. That's okay. That's not my Gillette Fusion. I left that at home. It's not my Fusion razor. I know I left that at home.
And that's when you can make a rabbit noise so people can understand what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. And what can I say? I keep thinking that that Sly and the Family Stone, different strokes for different folks. So um, uh, there's different noises for every occasion. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Stuff comes in handy. I mean, there's stuff that I don't do anymore. Like I don't disrupt restaurants anymore because you can't. Um, and
Was there an occasion that you could think about where you had to make a noise that come into play in order to make wherever you were just more comfortable? Because we all go through those uncomfortable circumstances. Was there a moment where you were in an uncomfortable circumstance and you had to do something to like pretty much break the ice? Uh-oh, he's reaching
oh,
towards the box.
spam.
I don't like spam. I hate spam. Shut up!
Well, how about telephone spam and sausage,
A minute.
bacon, and telephone and sausage? Does it?
Well, I don't want spam me bloody telephone because I can't eat it.
All right then. I love going there and making the wife upset. We go to the store. we go to the shop and I say, hey, do you need this dog food? We haven't got a dog. So, yeah. So sometimes I end up doing stuff in the store, man, and people love it. And I highly recommend that everybody do that. Now, I've heard people do the monkey noise in the store, and people actually respond. I've actually seen that happen. Where you go, and a bunch of people in the whole store go, in the store, anywhere. People actually respond when you do that, and it's the strangest thing I have ever experienced.
I don't know if I can do this interview because I'm laughing too hard. I'm gonna lose my train of thought. I do have a question. How is your parents? How did they cope with this growing up? Because at the same time, as funny as you are, we all know at the end of the day, parents, when you go out to a restaurant with your parents, the first thing they want you to do is behave and don't embarrass me. That's like the two things.
You know that look, you know that. You know that look that oh, home comes very soon. Yes. And there's the thing where the folks that are partying too much, Monday comes real early, man. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, y'all go ahead, yo. But you understand, Monday morning comes real early, and yeah, go ahead. But that's that.
I got
and then there's the incredulous look. There's, you've done this before, and we talked about this. That's the.
I've gotten that look so much growing up.
We've discussed this. That's the.
And it's like, I'm sorry, Dad, and then 2 days later.
Oh yeah, okay. Don't you love it? Don't you love
they
that
always
look?
say, like, I know what you're doing, because when I was a kid, I did the same thing. And now we're at their age that we're looking at kids the same way, and we're like, why do you make me be like my dad?
I love the Eddie Murphy routine. When Eddie Murphy was talking about how his mom, and she had that shoe that could travel through the air in the house. And she would talk.
What was it on?
She always show me fun. She take the shoe. Didn't she take the shoe? She goes, and it come back to her, and she put it back on.
And he did that like boomerang sound that went around on stage.
Yeah, you know what? It's a shame that me and Eddie didn't get a chance to do routines together, where I just provided the sounds for him. You know, but you know, I did that with I think I got through to Robin Williams somehow. I was able to make noises. He got it. He understood why I made noises. It was a tool, just like his personality was a wonderful gift and a tool. I mean, I used to watch one of the times I watched when we audited his class when he had, it was at Harvey Lembeck's improv school, and we used to watch Robin's class, and everybody's going, I ain't taking his class. I ain't taking Robin's class. I'm not either. No way. Who's gonna follow him? No way. Because he could argue with the teacher in four different dialects. He could argue with the teacher. He could argue with Harvey in 4 different dialects, man. In 4 different languages. He's arguing the point with Harvey, and we're going, man, there's no way.
I would love to. You want to know something?
Great stories, and I got some Sam Kinison stories for you later.
Oh, don't even.
I can't even tell you on this network.
I want them all because I love Sam Kinison.
We have to go on Twitch to talk about that one.
No. I love Sam Kinison. He did one stand-up, and it always sticks in my head where he's like, I don't understand why people always live in places where there's just no money, no food, no nothing. And he's like, let me tell you something. It's like, hey, kid, come over here. And he's like, you see this? Yeah, this is sand. And he's like, I don't remember that part. And then he's like, you see what you don't have here? You don't have water. Why don't you move? And I could not stop laughing because it was so true. Yeah. That's what's great about so many comedians like
Jesse
yourself.
Dobson 92. Yes, Jesse, we see your comments. Yes, Jesse, we see your comments. She's wonderful. Yes, Jesse Dobson on 92. Yes, we see your comments, Jesse. And don't forget the when George Carlin used to do the hippy dippy weatherman. That's right, everybody. Tonight's forecast, dark. Continue mostly dark with widely scattered light in the warning, man. And that's it from the weather from Al Sleep, your hippy dippy weatherman. And remember, if you don't like the weather, move.
Yes, exactly. It's like I feel horrible when people go through tornadoes, hurricanes, and it's been happening all over the country. But what makes me laugh is that if you live in a state that is primarily hit by hurricanes and tornadoes 5 months out of the year, and you know they're coming, why
Okay.
would you even consider living there?
It's like the beginning of a song that you know the beginning of the song. You know that when the radio goes, when it's like when it's going.
And now here's the weather report for the tonight's weather. It's time to get out of here, so leave for the next 5 months. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna stay because I don't believe him.
Yeah, I don't blame Ringer. Let's stay.
What's that?
I think it's just a bad solenoid.
Michael, I got to tell you something right now. This show has been doing so well that I'm talking to networks, and it maybe in the fall or the winter.
I hope
But
so.
I got to tell you something.
Man, I wish you. I'm not going to wish you good luck. I wish you good fortune. That's what
Yeah,
I have to wish folks. I have to wish people good fortune because that's the only way this is going to work. I have to wish you good fortune more than anything else.
And I appreciate you for that. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up because it's about you is I do promos every day, comedic promos, just original stuff. I hope when I get to that point, I could reach out to Roger and be like, listen, these promos are doing so well. I would love to have a Michael Winslow a part of these promos that we do a lot with the noises and the comedic.
We could do a lot of we could do a lot of stuff and get into some what do they call it? John Lewis called it good trouble together.
Yeah.
We can get some good.
Yeah.
Hello, Ted Darby. Hello, Mustafa. Everybody else. I just want to say hello to everybody. Yeah, but we can get some good trouble. Of course we can.
Yeah, and we have a mutual friend because I'm really good friends with Casey Amos, which is John's son. And I just interviewed John.
Oh, yeah.
I could see the camaraderie because I'm working with Casey now. And I could see you, and it's about just great people who have great minds and just letting your energy out of the box. And just have fun with it.
Hello, Toronto. Hello, John Saya One. What up, man? What up, John Saya One? Wait a second.
Hello to yo man. What up, man? In Toronto, Canada. Yeah, what up? Hey, hey. We know what that's all about.
You got a lot of fans.
All the folks in Toronto. I know I shouldn't be making fun of the folks in Kamloops, but I just want to say, to all you guys out there, I like Strange Brew too. I wish they should have made part 3,
Yeah, I love Strange Brew. I think the best part about that movie was when he's in the tank and they don't know what to do, so he ended up drinking.
He drinks up all the beer. Yeah. Oh,
and he had to let one go.
Reen, hey man, Greece is watching, man. What can I say?
Oh man, you have a lot of people watching on this
and
thing.
that's good, man. Good for you, man. I'm glad that all the folks are get a chance to tune in and see what you're up to.
Yeah, and see what you're up to, man. I mean, there's so many great things now. If I'm not mistaken, you can do over 1,000 types of effects and more.
It was supposed to be. It's supposed to the Wikipedia said it was supposed to be 10,000, but we're way past that. We're tens of thousands past that because, just doing one video game that's like when you do all the layers, that's like 3,000 different sounds because when you get into layers, I mean, if we get into past movie or voiceover performances, we're way past that. So, because if you're gonna when you do a video game, for all the folks on Twitch, what's up? you know, if you're going to do a video game, you have to have your track bed. So you have to have all the different footprints. You have to have the, and you have to do that about 20, 30 takes of that. Then you have to put the, you have to have all that in there. You know, you have to have all that in there. Then you have to have the grunting. Then you have to have the weapons. Then you have to have the. You see how this builds up? We haven't even gotten to the music yet. And then that's that's level 1. With level 2, you have to put the horses. So you have to put all that in there. And then when you have about 4 or 5, this way, you fool.
Wow.
You got. So this stuff can add up.
Oh yeah, and every time every time you do anything, you never cease to not impress me. Like you just keep building in my head, like how impressive you are when it comes to all this. And speaking of effects, in 2010, I don't know if a lot of people know this, you created an app for iPhone and iPad Touch. I believe for effects that
Long
people
time
can
ago, and I
go
want to do that again.
about 10 years ago.
I would
right?
like, and I'd like to get back. I would like to get back into that. I want to do iPhone apps because I know
Right
that
now,
I know that sound can educate. So I want to use it as a how do edutainment or infocation. There's so many different ways of looking at this, and be able to use it. So I
think your app
intend to
would be
use it
amazing.
for that. So I'm going to get back into this. I was
Right
talking
now
to a
with
couple of friends of mine
technology,
who design games, and I said, you know what, maybe
oh yeah,
I should come up with a game of my own, and I'm
of
just trying to
course.
figure out if I should do it from scratch or have some friends help me with it, or if I should just put some skins on some things. There's ways to do this.
Yeah, and somebody just mentioned why not Google Play, which is right because today thing, if you develop a great effects app and you have sponsors that put it up,
Thank you,
you
Jesse
can either
Dobson.
do it. Yeah, and that's a great idea. You can either download it for free because sponsors paying for it,
Right.
or even if it costs you, let's say, $10 a year, which is nothing, right? Everybody uses effects today on TikTok, Twitter,
Yeah,
Twitch,
I'm trying to figure out how best to
Instagram.
get it to everybody. I'm trying to figure out the best means of getting it to folks, because I know that the DJs have asked me for things, and I know that the DJ has asked for a specific set of things. You know, the specific beats and that. You know, they ask for certain things, and then the rockers, they ask for different stuff. You know,
Yeah,
Dude, can you get me a sound where the lead singer is like, it's not like he's throwing up in a bucket?
no, that's normal.
Yeah.
So everybody has different things, and I did a thing for jazz. I did a thing with Victor Wooten trio. You know,
right.
with Dennis Chambers and John Franceschini and Victor Wooten, where I did a thing on his album which is called Tripnotics. If you want to hear some weird stuff, listen to Tripnotics. I got a chance to do some aircraft noises and some James Brown Carver things. There's a couple of things on that one, and the other one is for the hip hop folks. There's one little tiny thing I did with a rapper named Nico Is. It's called Agua. He wanted to know if I could make a bubble sing.
Wow.
So it's called Agua, and it's from Nico Is. You'll hear that one, and like I said, everybody has a different thing. And for John Anderson, I did a thing on his new Thousand Hands album, because I don't know if he and Yes are back together or not, but I know that they've talked for a while or whatever's going on. But I got a chance to work with John Anderson and Michael Franklin, and it was called "Makes Me Happy," and it's a beatbox noise that was part of his. Part of this John Anderson's world called A Thousand Hands. That's the album is called Thousand Hands. So I have a chance to do some cross sections of things and different, different things. You know, I'm learning how to, to use my skills, my old skills again. And now it's coming back. Now that live is starting to slowly get to come back, I get to do a bistro.
Oh, yeah.
I get to do bistro.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a bistro thing at Lizzie's Cafe in Cape Canaveral. I'm going to do just like Euro bar noises, jazz, funky. Who knows?
And you, yeah, and by the
I just
way,
get a chance to break the rules in organized fashion. But this is the medium that I'm going to have to do this with.
I think it's going to be awesome if you redevelop that app, because the other way you can go is the way Instagram and everybody's merging with a lot of companies or taking on and acquiring, for example, to listen to music on Instagram, you have to use CD Baby. So you upload a track to CD Baby. That's what they use on Instagram to bring music into all videos. Now imagine
Really?
if
CD
now
baby.
they can offer a
Well,
new app,
like I said,
which is your
I'm
app.
ready to begin my Jedi training. Like I said, I'm ready to begin my Jedi training. So you're gonna have to teach me a lot of stuff because
I
I've
can
just
talk to you
finally
offline.
I finally figured out the TikTok thing, but I ran out of cranberry juice. So um, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Listen, I'd be
And
more than
I
happy.
don't have a skateboard, but I have some other stuff.
It's all right. Listen, you did the sounds for Back to the Future, so you can use a hoverboard if you want. So we can go that route if you want to do that way. I'm just letting you know. But we could definitely talk offline about that because technology is hard to keep up with. You're the talent. I keep up with technology. I always tell people my brother Scott's one of the CEOs for Logitech. So I have a big techie background. So I'd be
Oh,
more than happy to
that's
talk to you about
excellent. Well, see,
yeah.
growing up for me, uh, 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 like I said on those Air Force bases again, we only had I only had 2 or 3 channels, so only certain things run at a certain time. So you had to fight over the TV. So I wanted to watch the monkeys, right? And my brother wanted to watch Star Trek. So
Right after the Partridge Family.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly. So I couldn't watch either because I was forced to watch Star Trek. So to get him back, I learned the noises. to get back to
And that's one of the noises I believe you started out on the Gong Show. You did that,
yeah.
Benji and Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze. That's when you
Yeah,
started those noises.
you want to get a Jesse Dodson because wants to know where we in Airway Heights. Yeah. I was in Airway Heights because they had a great a great Mexican restaurant, a taco place that was in Airway Heights, and they were always crowded whenever the crews came in. So, and I remember my brothers telling me, Michael, you don't want to eat this. Why not? Because it's truck meat. What? It's truck meat. You don't want to eat this. This is from trucks. It's truck meat. You don't want to eat this. But I'm hungry. No, you don't want to eat this truck meat. Okay. Listen, but what? But Airway Heights had that great Mexican food place down from the airbase. I don't even know if it's still there anymore. But man, it was a landslide business. Wish I had it. But in the
Exactly.
meantime, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get out there and see everybody again. I hope that we're going to be able to get out and see everybody again. And
Nothing's going to be full until at least 2022. I run New York City Peace Concert,
right.
and I'm probably going to have to postpone the main event, which is in Central Park, to 2022, because unless I can do 100% capacity, it doesn't make sense to do a seating or tickets because you end up losing money no matter what.
Right.
For you, I see comedy slowly coming back. Stand-up Broadway Comedy Club is already open. I spoke to Al Martin.
Right.
I know Stand-up New York is now open because I believe Jerry Seinfeld just went there a couple of days ago.
I heard, and what was it? Gotham's. Yeah, things are coming back. So I'm glad to see that happening. And like I said, we're doing pop-ups, and we've been doing like the opera houses, like the one in Greensboro, North Carolina, the one that was built in like 1903, like 1908.
Wow, yeah.
So we're playing the small little places. We're getting into these real places. And I was with comedian Mike Ellis. We were able to play those places, and hopefully we'll be able to play more, because you have to understand, the folks that want to talk about America, being only the big cities. I'll take the flyover territory. Y'all can go ahead. Y'all go ahead and fly over it all you want. That's a small town, big laughs. That's America, and I'll take that territory. Thank you very much.
Well, you've been a part of some great stuff. I mean, not only the TV series like Family Guy, The Robot Chicken, the movies, Voices for the Gremlins, the Mogwais, Police Academy. And funny thing is, I used to be
Spaceballs at Mel Brooks.
I
always keep one handy. I always keep one of these handy, man. Yeah.
Now, how did you like the promo that I put together today? Thank you. I was trying to choose so many clips that I wanted to work with real well, but I have a character called DJ Waffles. When I realized the jam, I'm like, This is perfect. I'm going to knock this out of the park. So thank you for
You're very, very welcome. And Colavito, hello from Brazil. Obrigado.
Brazil.
Thank you, Brazil. So you got friends in Brazil, man. You hear that? You got friends
Yeah,
in
I'm
Brazil.
loving this. I'm loving this. And if you guys don't know, I'm chopping it up with Michael Winslow. You can follow him on Instagram, Michael_Winslow. You can follow me at Todd Wharton Official. I do this show 5 days a week with great celebrities. Now, Spaceballs, okay? How was it working? Not only Mel working with you, because you're an amazing actor, how is it working with the great Mel Brooks? Because people don't realize how iconic this man is.
Well, I got to tell you, the guy's a genius. Would you, come on, man. Give me a break, yo. For me, it's like you're being on the set of Spaceballs is like you're in graduate school. So it's the first day. It's the first day of graduate school, and no mistakes allowed. And and everybody in there has skills. Everybody in there has skills, and you're going into the lion's den of all these folks that they probably have more skills than you do. First day, I was supposed to be there for 1 day, and ended up being there almost 3 weeks because he kept everybody around. He kept everybody together. And
yeah, and you worked with, and if people don't know, you got
it was great. Rick Moranis was there, and
that's what I was about to say. Yeah,
and he was getting his DGA certification, I think on that movie. So he was helping Mel. They were talking and working together, man. So they were they were working. Oh, hello, folks from Sweden. Hello down there. But yeah, he was everybody was there learning. They were learning to do things, and people would come and visit on the set. And Bancroft, his wife, Mel's wife, would come and visit, and Gene Wilder came down the set to visit, and you got to see things. You got to see people, and you got to, I kept my mouth shut a lot and watched, and the stuff that was on the cutting room floor that you'll never see. Wow. Some of that stuff is downright wrong, man, but it was great. It was great. It was great.
I can imagine the outtakes from some of these movies would be crazy.
Oh my God,
crazy.
There's some stuff
it would be good today.
There's some stuff that was on that cutting room floor. I'm going, oh wow, I have to admit they probably shouldn't use that, but it was great. Wow.
And we have to give it up to the late John Candy because that's another comedic icon that you got to work with. He went too soon, and you had Jeff Daniels, who just blew up after that, Independence Day, and you had
he ends up in dramas as well as comedies. So yeah, wow.
Yeah, you and then you had obviously Police Academy. And here's the funny thing, small world. I used to be Steve Gutenberg's waiter for 5 years. He lived across the street. I worked at Nick and Tony's Cafe for over 5 years. And
nice.
I used to serve, I was a head waiter, so I served everybody from ABC, Steve Gutenberg, Liam Neeson, everybody. Let me tell you something, Tony Danza, such great guys. I love Steve Gutenberg, such a great guy.
Man. So you've got a couple of books to write. You got a great movie. You got a great movie in there.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that from Regis Philbin. I've had literally conversations in the subway with Tony Danza talking about his daughter. And now that I'm a talk show host, it's such an honor to finally get to talk to people one-on-one, to get to know you as people instead of just the people on a screen. And it makes me love you guys even more.
I appreciate
and
that.
Respect factor. Seriously. Now, speaking of movies, and I just learned about this from Roger, you have a movie you're working on, and the title is the best title in the world. I'm telling everybody, it's the best title in the world. And what is the title of this movie?
Todd.
That's right. Can you tell a little about the movie, or you can't right now?
It's a psychological thriller. The best I can. It's a mental thriller, and it plays with your heads and plays with the rules and realities and it's just one of those thrillers. This is one of those. Yeah, okay. Every so often you get one of those thrillers. You get one of those not a horror picture. No, a drama thriller horror picture. It's just
So
it's
this is
gothic.
off the cuff of what you normally do, right? This is
Yeah.
not really committed.
Well, we do whenever dramas come up. You know, I like a good drama every once in a while. But this one, you know, the folks that like movies like Safe House or the original movie with 13 Ghosts, you know, with William
Yeah.
Castle, you know, you'll like this one.
Yeah, I would love it. And this is great. I'm glad that hearing you're doing a movie like this because you know what I've noticed, and I say this to a lot of my friends, some of the greatest actors, you never know your range until they get out of the norm of what you're used to seeing them. And you've done a lot of iconic comedy films, just like Robin Williams has and Jim Carrey's. And what happens is most of these actors, just like you, decide, you know what? I really want to show people my range because people don't know I went to acting school when I was younger. And it makes them see a whole new side of you because when Robin Williams came out and did Good Will Hunting, people were like, oh, damn, this is great. Like, wow,
It's
he's
different.
amazing.
And now Sid the Kid had a question. He says, am I playing a villain in Todd? Actually, I'm the bartender.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the most I can tell you. I mean,
Yeah,
there are things that people will tell their bartender that they'll never tell their doctor.
that's fact. And I bartended so many times. The stories I can tell you behind that 4 foot of wood is crazy. And it's like I'm a psychiatrist and I have to have a
Yeah,
doctor patient privilege.
that's why the bartender in westerns is so important. Having the barkeep or the bartender in westerns is so important to have the bartender there,
Oh
because
yeah, they're like
because
obsessed
it's
with
not a
them.
western without a saloon without a bartender.
And you got to have that mustache. You got to have a little belly out there.
The twirly cue, yeah, man.
The
Oh,
Raleigh finger mustache. Remember that?
the snidely whiplash.
Exactly.
And folks, and if you don't know who Snidely Whiplash is, look it up, man.
Yeah,
I'll give you a hint. Dudley Do Right, a cartoon.
that's right. That's right. You're bringing back some memories. So besides that, is this true? I heard a rumor, and it could be wrong. America's Got Talent. Is this a rumor, or is this something?
Well, it's a very interesting rumor. Let it float. Let's see what happens.
Okay, that's all I'm saying
Let
about
it
that.
float. Let's see. Gee, I just don't know. Well, we'll have to just see, won't we?
It was up in the air, so I'm like, let's see. Because I honestly, you go on a show like that, you just got to blow away the competition. That's all.
We'll see what happens. What's up, Rocket City Player? Yeah, we'll just let things float. We'll see what happens. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see if we can. I'm working on it. We'll see. We try to break the rules in an organized manner.
yeah, that's all we got to mention right now. It's just a little tease, stuff like that. Now we're talking about the movie Todd, America's Got Talent. So your voices, did you ever think that when you were growing up as a kid, that all these noises that you were doing pretty much to pass the time, learning, from engines to flatulent noises and the list goes on. Did you ever really think that you were going to make a career out of it?
No, definitely, no, no. Well, originally when I first got into this, I thought, okay, I'm gonna hitchhike to California and try this for a summer. If it doesn't work, I'll hitchhike back and go back to school or something. I'll figure something out if this doesn't work. And thankfully, somehow I ended up on the Gong Show,
Wow,
and that's after playing this country western bar called the Palomino Club.
oh
Um,
wow.
this is a country western bar where they had this guy, like 460-pound big guy. His name was Tiny. He was the bouncer, and he would scream at you, "What do you want? Why are you here?" He'd scream at you just to mess with you, just to see if you had any metal. And I would go into this club, and I don't remember if it was sawdust floors or not. I'm trying to remember if it was a sawdust floor, or I don't know if the health department allowed that, or I remember there being something weird about the floors. And it was a talent contest. Thursday nights was the talent contest,
Yeah.
and and the Palomino Riders were the house band, Chuck Barris's house band. His backup band was the house band for the Palomino Riders. So I ended up doing this. I don't even remember what I did. I just remember they didn't eat me alive, and I won the money, and I was able to live off of that for about a couple of weeks. But I ended up getting somebody asked me to come in and read for this thing called The Gong Show. So I went on ahead and read for it, and Chuck Barris himself was standing there for the audition. It was at the corner of Sunset and Cahuenga. It was the CBS, NBC. It was one of his productions, and across the street from this Thai restaurant that had been there like 50 years, like the House of Chandara. So I would like, I had enough to pay for some soup and to be able to go over there and audition, and I ended up getting in there, and it was one of the strangest experiences ever. He was very nice, but it was very, very, very odd, and he was very, very cordial, and very, very, and he walked everyone through whatever they were going to do. I found him to be quite helpful and quite relaxing, and he seemed like a good host. Mm-hmm. And I learned later that he was terrified of the camera. He was absolutely terrified of the camera. So he would wear those hats over his eyes so he didn't have to look at it.
Wow. So I never knew that at all. You would never even think he was terrified of the camera. That's how good he was.
It's one of those things, man. So I don't even remember what happened.
It's funny how people are terrified of a camera. All it is literally a mechanical box just looking at you.
A box.
I'd be more scared of having like the president stare at me than I would about just a camera. Like I never understood that.
I just never could understand what it was, and I felt the same thing. But that was one of those experiences, and then other experiences pop up, for you from time to time that end up helping you and educate. So, like I said, I'm just gonna, I'm what I call a voice instrumentalist. So
yeah,
I guess I would like to. I still have a little bit of energy and time left in myself. I guess I belong to everybody, so I'm gonna stick around for a little while longer. And
well, I hope you stick around for a lot longer.
And I'm gonna see where the sound takes me, and we'll see.
I think the sound's going to take you all over the place. I mean, there's never ever enough effects. I know personally when I do promos, I'm always looking for effects online that I can use and incorporate into what I do. And I think you're the perfect guy, like we were talking about before, to really develop something like this because you're a known name behind the voices. You're somebody that could probably bring in like a Dougie Fresh and stuff to add some little things here and there and make it a really true human beatbox app. Just imagine.
I would love to. And I did give Run the Jewels some noises. So I think it was on. They took them and used them for something. I'm not sure what, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be great. And like I said, hopefully I'll talk to you offline about what we were talking about before. But we have a few minutes left, and I want to let people know, like, his voices have been heard through so many movies. If you guys don't even know, even Terminator, he was doing the voices in that as well. Geico commercials. And I even caught an episode of you in The Love Boat.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Was it in Japanese or English?
It was definitely in English because I can't do Japanese.
I actually finally got to see that, and it was in Japanese, and they left the sounds alone because nobody could do it. And so they left it alone. Everything else was dubbed. Man, I almost made it, man. We almost had a series, man, because the Love Boat was because Gopher was retiring. Because Fred Grandy he went on to Congress, so I was the replacement purser. I was taken over as replacement purser. So I would have had a series if he hadn't canceled it. So things turn out differently.
Yes, it does. Like right now. I always mention he comes in here a lot. So the DJ for EPMD is on here right now, and he just put a post like, "I would love to work with you." He's a perfect DJ who's looking for.
Let's talk about it because I've got sounds for everyone, and I enjoy working with musicians, and I enjoy working with DJs. I enjoy working with folks that just have vision, and
Yeah.
I also got a chance to work with, besides Nico, I got a chance to work with Da Vinci. That's Lauryn Hill's DJ guy.
Wow. Okay.
And we did some pretty weird things, and I'd like to be able to go ahead and just start putting that stuff out.
I think it would be great. I think
But
this is
there'll be things, and I'm looking forward to putting music out for the first time.
I think this is the next chapter in your amazing career already. TV shows, movies, voiceovers, with
But
all the
I have to
songs
learn
that
this
you do.
medium. I have to learn this electronic medium, this new normal, this new normalistic reality that we are now.
Yeah.
We're here.
Oh.
So I keep thinking of that song from the movie All That Jazz. Everything old is new again. I see how things just go full circle and come back around. So
All the time.
I'm looking forward to sharing what I have, and
Yeah, and I
we'll see where it
appreciate you
takes
for
us.
doing that. Yeah, and Michael, if I haven't said it before, seriously, man, thank you for the years and years of the great comedy.
I thank you, man.
And like you said in the
I appreciate
beginning, I'm glad that we finally got to meet face to face, FaceTime.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me on your show. And I must say that I'm still learning this medium, but it's interesting. Everybody keeps asking me, please come and do stuff, and I'm always open to ideas. I'm always open to seeing what we can do. And I mean, we just got back from Germany. We did the LOL comedy show for Germany.
That's right.
Which is the concept is insane. It's great. The winner. I got a chance to congratulate the winner for season 2, and season 2 starts I think September, October, and season 1 is now. So they'll have to look up. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the premise, but they'll have to look it up themselves.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What it is, but it's called LOL Germany, and it was fun to do. Things are evolving, overseas. You'll have to just check your own news feeds as to what's going on, but everyone's going through it. Everyone's going through the same as here as over there. Everyone's going through their trial by fire. Everyone's going through it, and they're doing the best they can. And in the midst of all this, we had that ship in the Suez Canal. Come on, man! Oh, this is not good. We had all that stuff going on, and I put up a couple of posts. They're just trying to just trying to give everybody some peace. So we had the lion that was roaring in the store. You'll see that on Instagram. We had folks surfing in Munich. We had that. We had a few things. And coming up, like I said, I'll be at Lizzie's Cafe in Cape Canaveral, but there are going to be more live shows, and we're slowly but surely venturing out and being very careful.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's actually going to ask you if you had any comedy stuff coming up.
There's a lot coming up. There's new shows coming. Just we'll have the schedule up soon, and I asked everyone to please be patient with me. We have a new team, and we're working on things and putting it all together. And I'm very honored to be able to have this platform to be able to reach everybody to say thank you.
You're welcome. And this interview will be available to everybody, and you, Mike, probably in about 10 minutes once we're done. I'm real quick with this stuff. Yeah, I'm good. You're welcome. And first of all, if you guys don't know, again, we've been speaking with Michael Winslow from a lot of great movies, actor, comedian, and beatboxer, voice specialist, the whole nine. Follow him on Instagram at Michael_Winslow. Okay. To give you guys what's coming up, just like great acts like Michael Winslow, tomorrow night I have a great actor coming on, Tom Malloy. Tom Malloy is from some great movies, Love and Dancing with Amy Smart, and then he's also with the Alphabet Killers. Looking forward to him. Thursday night, got my boy Mike Hands from the Boot Camp Clip and Death Squad. And then Friday night, we have the great R&B singer Vina Love, the daughter of the legendary Kid Capri, and growing up hip hop. I can't, man. Oh, oh my God, I can't. You're killing me right now. What is that? Caddyshack versus Gremlins?
I'm not sure where these space hamsters come from. I think it's those unicorn ponies from outer space.
Oh man.
And that's another movie, and you'll have to go dig for that one. But yeah, we did have space hamsters with you. You'll have to just dig back to the Instagram. Sorry, normal is overrated without sauce.
I am gonna dig in, and Michael, I promise you, when the show starts, because it's already doing it. Once I get my studio audience, I welcome you back.
Excellent.
Anytime.
And
Anytime.
I hope that all of my deleted posts are at least as interesting as the ones we keep.
I think so. I think that's a good point.
It's the same thing with Twitter, man. I think things have. I just keep sneaking stuff on people, and I encourage everyone to do the same and just make practice your noises, everybody. And we'll talk soon.
We'll definitely talk soon. Okay, Michael, thank you so much, and to guys, everybody out there. Again, this is Michael Winslow, legendary actor, comedian, the whole nine. And always, guys, please wear your mask. Practice social distancing, because at the end of the day, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Let's fight together. You know what I'm saying? So we can get back on track. Because I always say at the show, even though we're getting there, it doesn't mean that we stop protecting ourselves. Let's keep doing what we're doing so one day we can all come out and enjoy life together. But the more we don't practice these things, the longer it's going to be until we can really see each other one-on-one. And I see Michael's agreeing. I hope everybody else is agreeing with that.
Mommy says that you have to practice social distancing. That's what Mommy says.
That's right. You tell him, hamster or gerbil or whatever you are.
Man, I'm 46. Dang!
I'm sorry about that, man.
It's all right, man. I appreciate the cosign.
And everybody keep thinking about DMX. All right, I keep thinking about.
That's right. Press up to DMX. Let's end the line, guys. To everybody else, this is Todd Wharton from FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'll see you tomorrow night. And as always, guys, if you're not living a passionate life, yo, if you're not living a passionate life, then whose life are you living? Michael, I'll see you soon, brother. Have a good night, guys.